coming back with you with another quick video. I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Alright, now there's more news coming out on this devil, man, Esau. Alright, and this is how we know that all these diseases, alright, Lyme disease was a man-made disease, man. I am made by yours truly, the so-called white man, Esau. Alright. This is from the Newsweek. Alright, it says Pentagon may have released weaponized ticks that help spread of Lyme disease investigation ordered. Alright, and this shows you that this devil, alright, he's wiser than Daniel, man. Alright, he's wise in his wickedness, man. Alright, this man uses nature, alright, as a weapon. Alright, besides his technology, he uses nature itself, man. Alright, he uses a tick, man, to spread his biological warfare, man. That's another device. Alright, that's another weapon that the so-called white man uses, man. He uses nature itself, man. And what's a good example of that? He got his heart program to control nature, He uses ticks and stuff like that. Alright. But let's keep going. It says last week, the U.S. House of Representatives quietly passed a bill requiring the Inspector General of the Department of Defense to conduct a review into whether the Pentagon experimented with ticks and other blood-sucking insects for use as biological weapons between 1950 and 1975. If the Inspector General finds that such experiments occurred, then according to the bill, they must provide the House and Senate Armed Services Committees with a report on the scope of the research and whether any ticks or insects used in such experiments were released outside of any laboratory by accident or experiment design. Alright? And that's how you got your Lyme disease, man, because Lyme disease was made by Esau, man. Alright? That's a tactical weapon to use, a biological weapon, man. Alright? And that's how you get Lyme disease now, alright? The so-called white man released that to the general public, man. Alright? Esau is fully responsible for creating the Lyme disease. But that's the devil for you. He has no accountability of his actions. Alright? It says, potentially leading to the spread of disease such as Lyme. The amendment was put forth by Republican Chris Smith, a Republican from New Jersey who was inspired by several books and articles claiming that the U.S. government had conducted research at facilities such as Fort Detrick, Maryland, and Plum Island, New York, for this purpose. And Plum Island, that's full of, everybody knows that's full of experiments, laboratory, newly created creatures, alright? You don't know what's going on in there, man, alright? One of the books that Smith refers to, called Bitten, The Secret History of Lyme Disease and Biological Weapons, was published earlier this year. Authored by Stanford University science writer and former Lyme sufferer Chris Newby, it features interviews with late Swiss-born scientist Willy Bordforer, the man credited with discovering the bacterial pathogen that caused Lyme disease, who once worked for the DoD as a bioweapons specialist. Those interviews, combined with access to Dr. Bergdorfer's lab file, suggest that he and other bioweapon specialists stuffed ticks with pathogens to cause severe disability, diseases, even death to potential enemies, man. Alright? That's how Esau rolls, man. Alright? That's how this devil rolls. Alright? Who would do such a thing? A devil, man. The devil. Esau Edom, you so-called white people. The so-called white man. Smith said during the debate on the House floor, with Lyme disease and other tick-borne diseases exploding in the United States with an estimated 300,000 to 437,000 new cases diagnosed each year. That's a lot, man. And 10 through 20% of all patients suffering from chronic Lyme disease. Americans have a right to know whether any of this is true. Man, if this comes up, man, which, by the way, we all know, Esau Edom, you did this, man. You created the Lyme disease, man. All right? And that's a lot, man. Americans have a right to know whether Slovakia, and have these experiments caused Lyme disease and other tick-borne diseases to mutate and to spread? Smith asked. Bitten suggests that military science dropped weaponized insects with which had been deliberately infected from the air drug test. It also claims that uninfected bugs were released into residential areas in the U.S. to see how they spread. Wow, you see, man? That's the devil, man. That's the fucking devil, man. This is how this white man rolls, man. Alright? He uses his own citizens as guinea pigs, man, to test his new diseases out, man. See how it's gonna work. And see, and that's how we know the so-called white man created AIDS, alright? And all these other diseases, man. Alright? Biological weapons, man. Alright? But then you get mad when we call you the fucking devil. Only a devil would do that, man. See how twisted and sick you fucking white people are, man? See how much of a devil you are? And this is why you're going to get Obadiah, man. Obadiah 1:18. Alright, we're going to burn you from the face of the earth. New Boy contends with these experiments could have accidentally or deliberately led to the spread of Lyme disease in the 1960s, and even though Richard Nixon banned biological weapons research in 1969, such experiments may have continued. Yeah, man, that's Esau, man. Esau don't give a fuck, man. This is his kingdom, man. He's ruling, man. Ain't no one tell him what to do. Alright, he got the say in everything, man. According to Smith, the investigation into the claims should attempt to address several questions. What were the parameters of the program? Who ordered it? Was there ever any accidental release anywhere or any time of any disease ticks? Which is yes. Were any ticks released by design? Yes. Did the program contribute to the disease burden? Can any of this information help current day researchers find a way to mitigate these diseases?